Hey,
Yeah, but okay. I don't know if it's connecting to our live linked thing.
right. Well, let's see. We need to,
I'll stop sharing.
I mean, because it's
Okay.
10 right now, so,
Yeah.
or 12.
All right. I have
Okay,
no
so
idea.
it does say on the other one, waiting for connecting empowered empaths on the one when I click on the link as a viewer.
Okay.
Um,
We are live right now, but I don't know if we're live with our from our link. No idea. But we're live. So
do we know if this is, and it should be connected with YouTube, right?
yeah, we're connected to YouTube already. It's just now figuring it out. Yeah, our live one is it's just empty. It hasn't gone anywhere like the scheduled one. It's still waiting for us. So our link thing didn't work somehow, or we don't know how to work it. Because if you look at it, you're going to notice waiting for Connecting Empowered Empaths to start. But now we're live on YouTube, so we have started.
Okay. Is anyone on here right now? Hey, this is our first time, so doing the Zoom thing live, YouTube. So we're trying to figure this
So
out.
you're going to have to open this live as a guest to be able to comment, I think. Too much technology. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, like let me write something. Hi. If I write hi, does it show? Because you need to be live on YouTube, Mel, the questions.
so on a different, so I have the link opened up and it's just black
But
screen.
yeah, that link isn't linking up actually to our live stream right now. They didn't connect. We couldn't connect it.
Dang it. Okay. Dang.
So maybe if you go on our channel, you'll see the live there. 'Cause we don't even know if anyone's watching because we can't see any comments or anything.
Oh shoot.
So
Um,
um okay. I'm trying to open. If anyone is
Is
watching
very
this,
awesome on YouTube, but
bear
it's
with us, please. We're first time we do a live, so we're trying to figure this out.
thought we
To
had
be
it
able
figured
to,
out.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I see that we are live. Um,
Okay. So I'm trying to so if I test it out on is there somewhere to go on my phone? Like as if I'm a new person, just go to our channel and see
yeah,
if
try to
there's,
do that. Try to see if that's possible so that we can see um,
okay.
anything.
So if I test it out on my, is there somewhere to go on my hi from the Netherlands. Like as if so I'm on my phone, it's going. Just
Oh, okay. I saw the hi. That's possible so that we can see. Oh, and Texas. Texas is here. Hi, Texas. Your breed. Okay. So are you seeing the comments, Mel?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And I can respond right there.
Okay, great. So, okay. So I just want everyone to understand when we watch YouTube, it lags. So we have to stay on the Zoom thing. Mel is going to be looking at the comments in the YouTube um, so that we can answer any questions you guys have. So this is exciting.
Yes.
Um, it really is. It's really exciting. Um, I just want to be able to even open the I want to be able to see what's happening in the comments. Okay, here I go.
Cool. Okay. So we got, is it Yolanda? Do you say it from the Netherlands? That is so cool. And then Purebreed says hello. And Stephanie from Texas.
Okay, great.
Perfect. All right. Are we ready to start asking questions? Do you want me to start? And Rain can start channeling?
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe we could start with like a simple breathing. I'm not seeing any comments on my end, but a simple breathing, like grounding, like getting ourselves back here, and then we can go into that. What do you think, Mel?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do, it's just 5 minutes. It's not even a big deal. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ground our energy. Basically, we're just gonna bring all parts of us back. Okay, just so that we're connected and always possible. So first of all, close your eyes and breathe in through the nose deeply. And then breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose again. Fill up all your body with air and breathe out through the mouth. And for the third time, as you do that, you're going to breathe in fully. And as you breathe out, you're going to relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax your entire body, and make sure that your spine is straight. Having your spine straight is really, really important. It's what holds you up. It carries all our codes, our DNA, everything you could possibly imagine is held in our spine. So the spine is straight. The rest of the body is allowed to completely relax. So let your body relax as if your spine is a hanger and the body is just clothing on a hanger. So everything's allowed to relax. Feel the weight of your body on your chair, feel the weight of your body on the bed, on the floor, wherever you're seated. Just feel the weight of yourself and the wonder of your mass. And feel the beauty of gravity. So you're being held by something you cannot see or feel, but you're being held. You can't float away and you can't fall into the earth. You're truly just, you're being hugged right now. So you're being hugged by gravity. You're being held by gravity. And just, even if you can't see it, just feel the tenderness and the love that's coming through that. Breathe in again through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Allow your spine to continuously stay straight and everything just gives into gravity. Just allow it all to give in. You're allowed to give in. Let the chair carry you. Let gravity hug you. And ask that all parts of you come back here and now to be present in this specific moment. Tell all parts of you it is safe to be in this body at this moment. You're all allowed to come back. And just bring all parts of you back. You don't have to consciously know what parts are coming back. You just know that you can call upon all parts of yourself and they will all gladly come back to you since the body's so relaxed and surrendered to gravity. And now, as you feel all this peace take over and your oneness with yourself and all your pockets of energies, come back to the room and open your eyes. And we welcome you to today's first ever live on YouTube. So, we're going to start off with Mel's going to start asking questions. And please feel totally free to ask anything you want. Hi, Kenley. Oh my God. I remember, I All your comments are absolutely amazing. I've read each and every one of them. We're happy you're live with us too. So um, we'll start it off with Mel asking questions and then she's going to read the questions. Mel, you have anything you want to share, sweetheart?
Yes. Okay, so I've got some friends that have some questions that weren't able to be on today. So I'm going to ask some questions. And ladies, we're so happy that you're here. We're going to have fun with this. You can just listen, absorb. A lot of times when people have questions, it's us as a collective are going through similar things. So if you don't have your own questions, you can listen, but maybe what somebody asks will spark a question, or if you have one, please put it in the chat. I will read it to Rain and she will be able to use her beautiful gift of channeling divine information to help us shift as a collective so we can have inner peace, inner freedom, and enjoy this life that we're living. So,
And
um,
I just want to say welcome to the men also, because this is men and women.
yes, yeah, anyone that's on here, just come ask your questions. All right, here we go. Let me pull this up. Okay. How Okay, so how do you continue believing in yourself when having faced ongoing job rejection for years?
Mm, job rejection. So a lot of times I have to write it down because then the question sinks in. When one believes in themselves, it is outside of the reality of what reality is basically gifting you as a um okay, reality is not incongruency all the time with a belief, meaning my belief in myself and my ability to believe in who I am and the wealth of knowledge I have and the experiences has nothing to do with jobs rejecting me or not. That belief is something that is very personal and very private. Whatever the world is presenting or projecting outside of that cannot touch the belief inside. When you have true belief in self, I'm getting crazy goosebumps. When you have true belief in yourself, what happens is whatever the outside world projects as reality or is trying to it feels like punching you out of it. When you truly believe, the conversation changes within you. You're like, oh, then it's not meant for me because I'm amazing, because I'm this. So it doesn't reflect like the what happens is if you don't have that deep belief, that means there's a deeper belief that you have inside that is mimicking that outside. So you'll feel the trigger of it. So it'll be like, oh, okay, oh, I'm not worthy yet. Maybe there's something else I need to learn. What is wrong? Is source punishing me? Is this a test? Do I have to? You start to question and doubt yourself. But if you have a true belief in who you are, the dialogue within you actually starts to shift. It changes. It's no more, well, something's wrong here and I have to fix it. It becomes more of like, oh, there must be something better waiting for me. Maybe I'm supposed to do nothing for now. Maybe something great is happening. A different dialogue. You don't question yourself ever, ever at all when you have that belief. I hope that's making sense.
Okay, beautiful. Um,
Hi, Stephanie.
okay, here's another question. Okay, so when you're in a relationship and you're realizing, okay, I'm not getting the like emotional connection that I want. Maybe you are in a narcissistic relationship or someone that's just emotionally unavailable. I know a lot of women I've talked to are going through this right now. They're awakening and realizing, you know what, this is really important to me. I'm not getting these needs met. What do you do when you're in that relationship? Sorry, something in my throat. Um, and you have to stay in it, but your eyes are open and you see everything, but you're having to build like financially. You're going to have to get a job. You've been a stay-at-home mom, or, you have all this stuff, but you're in the relationship. And it was easier when you didn't see, when you had your blinders on and didn't see that you were basically kind of in a bit of a prison. And then now that you see it, how do you enjoy that time building yourself up, build up your confidence and build yourself up so much that you don't attract that? I've heard a lot of women that they'll get out of one relationship, divorce, and a narcissistic or emotionally unavailable partner just to go into another relationship like that. So how do you, I guess the question is, because there's a couple in here, how do you one find the peace to like not have it be so icky where you could build up your confidence in that relationship while you're still in it, knowing you're going to work your way out of it? And then how do you avoid getting into that again?
Okay, so the first question, you'll have to remind me about the second question again. But so
Yes.
the first question is how to find the peace in toxic relationships, basically, or relationships. And what's interesting is the word these needs are not met. Uh, when we start to realize that we've got needs that aren't met, that immediately needs to translate within us that there's a neediness within us, right? So I'm needing the external right now so I can feel better about me, right? So instead of, I always say to use toxic relationships or unavailable people in relationships, to use it as a way in which to discover more about self. Where am I attached? What is the need for my neediness? Am I needing this person to meet my needs? What is the need for that I have? Need means there's a neediness. What am I lacking that I'm pulling at this energy so that I can fill that void I have inside, right? So when you're in a unhealthy relationship dynamics, I'm just going to call it unhealthy relationship dynamics, this is a great, if you're in the world of conscious awareness and waking up to self, this is the greatest gift to discover all the ways in which you want to latch onto an energy outside of you, control and get them to a space to be who you want them to be so you can feel safe and comfortable. And I know a lot of empaths will not want to hear this, including me in the past. I never wanted to hear that. I was like, it's their fault. They're da da da. But in reality, they're the greatest gift because it's in your face. They're constantly saying, hey, I'm not going to give you what you want. What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to give you the attention you want. What are you going to do about it? You're like, oh my God, I'm going to repeat the words. I'm going to write you a letter. I'm going to send you text. I'm going to get mad at you. I'm going to keep telling you indirectly and directly. And, and I'm going to do all the ways possible until you can give it to me. And they'll still continue saying, well, I'm not. What are you going to do now? And that's the chance and the opportunity to be like, well, what am I going to do about it? What am I really, okay, I'll leave this person. I'll walk out. Great. But I'll still need somebody else to fulfill that. Oh, this person won't fulfill it. I'll go and search who's the next person. You come fulfill this need because I can't do it for me. And it's a hollowness inside, and I'm terrified to sit with it. It's that terrified to be with it, right? It's very much a feeling of I'm not lovable. I'm unlovable. I don't matter. There's something wrong with me. Because if there wasn't something wrong with me, these needs would be met. And this goes way back to the past where these same needs were not met as a child, right? Exactly the same need, which is wanting to be seen and heard. That's mainly the empath's desire, is to be seen and heard because we were only seen and heard when we followed the program, when we molded ourselves according to what the program wanted us to know, right? What the parents wanted. So that's kind of the idea. So sticking around in these relationships, jumping off ship is a great idea as long as you don't jump into the next ship. If you can have time for self and discover. If you don't jump ship, that's also a great opportunity because everyone is going to experience it differently. If you don't jump ship, but you're coming to conscious awareness, now you get to play a little bit of a game. And this game is with self. Every time you get triggered, every time that version of you shows up, sit with that version and be like, what is it that you need? You need to be seen? Okay, let's see. Can I see you? What would you like to share with me? What would you like me to see? Okay. And then you're really bringing, instead of having your energy outside of your body, which a lot of empaths have, we want to bring that energy back in where there's safety within the body. And that's why the meditation we started with is like asking all parts of you to come back to you because it's safe now to be here. I'm relaxed enough. The nervous system isn't right? It's relaxed enough for you to be like, oh, there's space for me to sit in here. So in those relationship dynamics, the best thing to do is a lot of times in life is use the state you're in or the pocket of energy you are in right now for your highest benefit. How can I benefit from this? I'm receiving all this pain. Somebody's putting me down 24 hours a day. I'm feeling less than. All those things. Can I sit with all these pockets of energies that are feeling all these feelings because they've just been, I'm not going to look for them. They're going to show up when this person interacts with me. Can I sit with that pocket of energy, be like, great, I just got to see a pocket of energy that has never been seen by me. I'm going to go see her or see him. And you take that pocket of energy and you're like, in your mind, you're like, thank you, Narc, thank you. Okay, you go sit with yourself. You're like, because of you, now I have the opportunity to gather all parts of me and pour unconditional love to, because I don't need you to see me. You're refusing to see me. Is it a chance for me to see me? And when you do that, it's very hard to fall for another or to follow through with another toxic partnership because you're not getting into a partnership so that your needs can be met anymore. You're getting into a partnership because you want to have fun with another individual, right?
Mm.
I hope this is all making sense and it answered the question.
Yeah. No, I love that. What do you do when you're in this relationship, a relationship like that, and you your monkey mind is coming in. You're like different places. You're at the store, you're at the gym, you're doing different things, you're in your car, and your mind just keeps going to that frustrating thing that that unavailable person did. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I am obsessed. I can't get over it. This is getting old, but I just like, I keep, my mind keeps popping out and being obsessed about this. What do you do? How do you get out of that and just focus on self and quit giving them any more attention now that you know they're not deserving of your time and attention anymore?
Well, the coolest thing is, and these are, I'm not saying doing this is easy. It took me years to like get the hang of it because it's not a pattern we are used to, right? We're used to actually judging ourselves, putting ourselves down. But if you're in the supermarket and the monkey mind starts and you're remembering conversations, right? That's how it happens. You remember the conversation. You're like, oh, I should have answered back that way. I should have said that. Oh, damn it, I didn't say that. That version of you needs validation. All that version of you wants is to be validated. So you're in the supermarket, you're not even in the supermarket, you are in a conversation in another reality and realm. And you're going to look at that reality and realm and you're going to validate and you're going to say, I totally agree. I love you. Thank you, monkey mind, right? Because you are reassessing my reality, right? I have different realities I can go through. You're basically the main thing is how to be kind to yourself in every situation. So don't stop the monkey mind. It can't stop no matter how much you try. Like we've all experienced this. The monkey mind comes in and you're like, I shouldn't be thinking of this. This is wrong thoughts. I should think happy thoughts. Look at a flower. Like, and you're trying to do all that. And then it takes 3 seconds and it comes back in. And it's like, and you turn into a zombie. It comes back, it just takes you by surprise. You're like, I love the flower. It's so pretty. Oh, if I showed him the flower, he would have made fun of the flower. It just completely, right? It takes over. So if it's taking over, it wants to be seen, right? But that version of you is really mad at you, right? The one that's shoulding you everywhere, like you shouldn't and you should have, and how dare he, right? Very judgmental. That judgmental version of you, she wants to feel okay to be judgmental. She wants to feel okay, like, oh my God, yes, I love this. Come on, talk more. I love it. I'm listening. I see you. I see how mad you are. I see how angry you are. Because if you notice when you speak to friends about it, okay, they kind of get suffocated by it or like, next time do this. They're always giving advice. They're not giving you the opportunity to share in the wealth of all of it because it doesn't end, right? But it feels like there's some version of you that really wants to be heard. That's your role now. Like think of yourself as the higher self. And that's your role now. You're like, oh my God, monkey mind in the supermarket. And you'll be like, oh my God, here you are at the supermarket. I see you. I hear you. You're really upset. You're really frustrated and you're shitting all over yourself. And I love you for doing that. I love you for doing that. Keep talking to me. Keep telling me more of how frustrated you are and how upset you are. I am here listening to you as we buy, the rice and the jam and the this. And now you have a conversation. It's as if the friend is actually walking with you in the supermarket having this conversation while you're purchasing things. You can do them both at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Ladies or anyone that's on, do you guys have any other questions? What questions do you have? What are you going through? Parenthood, relationships, partnerships, self. We love your questions. Let's see.
So
What do you?
I'll share an experience. Okay. So I had an experience recently, which was very interesting. Um, I was just sitting with self and meditating and going through all this. And then I went into another realm, which used to scare me because my body would tingle and I thought I was dying. And I'd be like, oh my, and I'd get myself out and I'd live in a horror story. This time around, I was like, no, just relax, there's no surrender. If you die, you die. There's nothing you can do. So I completely surrendered to it. And then I had, I had a strange um, Arabic Egyptian male voice in me speaking and joking around about all of life in Arabic. So my first language is English. My second language is Arabic. So to me, and it came to me in an Egyptian Arabic man laughing because Egyptians are hilarious, especially the males. Women are usually complaining, but the males are so funny because they're sarcastic about everything and they make fun of everything and it's hilarious. Like I tear. So it just so happens that is the voice internally that just showed up. And it just was like it was making silly and light about everything. I asked about my ex husband. I was just like, yeah, but that was a serious, painful thing. And then the voice was like, oh my God, that was a very funny experience. You were all like, oh my God, I'm so scared. And it was kind of like making fun of me in a funny way where I had to laugh at my experiences because of the way this voice was joking around about the experience. So I woke up from that and I'm like, I can just make fun of all the traumas I have gone through because and I was cracking up because that's what that voice was kind of doing. It was being like trying to disconnect me from the seriousness of all these things. And because it's in the past, it's not like I'm just reliving them with the seriousness. It's like take it around, switch it around, look at the joke in it. Look at how terrified you were. Look at you today. You're like completely out of it. But how terrified were you 10 years ago? Look at you. You thought it was serious and, you thought there's no way out and there's a way out. So it shifted something in my paradigm. This was just a few days ago. And I was like, oh, can I make fun of everything and lighten it up for myself? Not that I'm turning anything traumatic that I've gone through in a joking way, but it's in the past. I can't change it, but my nervous system is wrecked from reliving it every once in a while. So I can relive it in a funny way, which reminds me of what NLP is all about. Neuro linguistic programming is shifting the memories, right? And making them lighter and easier. So I don't have to relive them. And it kind of disappeared because it was no more something serious that I had to solve that I've never been able to solve. So that was something I thought it would be interesting to share.
It's awesome. Okay. Um, so what about breaking through limiting beliefs in terms of working for ourselves? So how do we break through limiting beliefs to really work for us?
Okay. Break through limiting beliefs. So, okay, I'm laughing just because so break through limiting beliefs, like it's what I'm seeing is the whole sentence doesn't make sense just because breakthrough is very 3D, limiting beliefs is very like non-tangible. You can't hold the limiting belief, right? It's an idea, it's a thought, it's a perception shift, right? So to 3D something that is an illusion, basically, an illusion that we believe to be true, doesn't make sense. So, how about not breaking limiting beliefs anymore, but just observing the limiting beliefs for what they really are, which are just illusions to give us a way to identify here and and play a persona, move through an identity. And if you notice, a lot of times we actually get bored of identities, right? Like, I was always a dancer, the best dancer, the whole, and then you're like, "That's just, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm like, I want to do a doc. I want to be a doctor, right? Like we so easily jump from one identity to the next, especially after a traumatic experience. You'll actually shift an entire identity. You're like, well, I'm never going to experience that again. I'm done. I'm not going to care about anyone anymore. So you shift an identity. So that's what limiting beliefs are. It's the observation of the illusion, right? I'm just observing an illusion. Now I can choose. We're not going to break anything because it's not breakable. It's an illusion. It's air. It's like I can't even tangibly hold it. But can I play with this illusion? Do I want to continue playing with this illusion or do I want to shift the illusion? And sometimes we all feel trapped in this limiting beliefs. Um, and a way to work with a limiting belief, because you're going to work with it, right? You can't fight an illusion. You're going to work with that illusion. You're going to question yourself. Do I enjoy this limiting belief? How does it serve me? How has it been serving me? How is it still serving me? What is it offering me that I don't know how to do in my everyday life, right? So if a limiting belief is I don't matter, for example, which I call the disempowered self, which honestly, everything is in this book. Like everything I share here is in that book. If you take a limiting belief, which is a disempowered version of you, it's a version of you that's just not feeling very powerful right now. It feels less of itself. You take that version of you, and let's say this version of you is I don't matter, right? You discover, oh, a disempowered version of me is thinking that she doesn't matter or he doesn't matter. Here, let's bring her in and let's speak to her, right? Now I'm going to work with her. And working with her doesn't mean I'm going to fix her or change her. It just means I'm going to have a conversation with her, okay? Because all what limiting beliefs want are to be seen and heard and then to be said, you know what? I love you. Stay. Okay. I still need you in my life. Once you find the gift of the limiting belief of your disempowered, the gift of your disempowered version is in there, and you have her or have him there because you need that for now. You need it. It is serving you. Once you figure out what the gift is, then you can say, then you can consciously choose, you know what? I'm still having a hard time sharing my truth. This limiting belief really helps me, right? It gets me to do it in a way maybe I don't consciously like, but it gets me still to speak my truth in a way that I wouldn't know how to do without it. And that's what limiting beliefs are basically all about. Yeah.
Mm, beautiful. Okay, we got another question. So after my depression, it seems like I can't feel anything. Before I'm sensitive, that is when I'm still in religion, but I keep repressing them till I can feel, let's see, till I can feel anything. How can I feel it again?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Okay, let's see. Yeah. So after my depression, it seems like I can't feel anything. Before I'm sensitive, that is when I'm still in religion, but I keep repressing them till I'm not sure if it's just not written right, till I can feel anything. How can I feel it again?
Okay, so what I'm understanding, and please just type in and say whether it's yes or no. This is what I understood, that while you were in religion, you were sensitive. And then after you had your depression, you really can't feel anything anymore. So you're not sensitive anymore. Is this what we're understanding here? And you want to start feeling things again. I know there's a lag, so um,
She said
yes.
yes.
Okay. Fabulous. All right. This is such a beautiful question. Okay, let's see. So, being in religions, and there's no right or wrong in being in religion, right? But obviously, it was something that you wanted to leave behind, or this wasn't resonating with you. Being sensitive in religion is because you had to be really heightened and awake to feel the different energies all the time, to know what is right and what is wrong for you, what resonates, what doesn't. There was also maybe a fight in you, it was challenging to decipher truth from false. And so it felt alive. It felt as if your senses were your senses were wide open, but there was always something challenging, right? The senses, like you'd feel, oh, this isn't truth. This is truth. Am I right? Are they right? Am I wrong? Are they wrong? So you were very highly active, right? If you have left the religion, like since did she mention if she left the religion, Mel, or is no more religious?
Yeah, did you leave the religion and not religious anymore? If you want to answer that.
I'll go into the depression because I just got an answer for that. When you mentioned the depression that you're not feeling anything, there's different ways of feeling things, sweetheart. When you are in a deep depression, so I've experienced depression, so I'm speaking from a space of somebody who's experienced it. But depression itself is a space of disconnect from everything and everyone and all you've ever been, right? Okay. You're leaving behind an identity. You're leaving behind a world. You're not even interested in the world. You're not even interested in yourself, right? Because you're not interested in the self that you were and the world that you were in. It's kind of a zone, okay, where um you get to experience yourself in a different way. So the sensitivity, you're waiting to feel the same sensitivity you felt pre-depression. But just please realize that pre-depression, let's say that you were in that religion. I don't know if you've left it or not, but in that religion, your senses had to be really heightened. In a safer environment, your senses don't have to be that heightened. So just explain. So, okay, there was a time where I would see dark entities everywhere, and it scared the hell out of me. But my senses were so heightened. When it all stopped, which was also after depression, right? Depression happened and it all stopped. I thought I was like kicked out, right? Or something was taken away from me. What then I discovered is, oh, I'm in a safer environment, okay, that nothing has to be as heightened as it used to be. So you have a new nervous system creating itself, right, to feel the subtleties, but they don't have to be highs and lows. When our nervous system is wrecked, when trauma has been there, we have to feel very high to feel high. We have to feel very low to feel low. We have to feel extremes to feel them because we're numb. Now you're a different human that's waking up to a different way of being, right? So depression is a way of disconnecting everything, even your self-care. Like you don't even care if you ever get off the couch. Like it is just truly a zone of nothingness. But then, because the world calls it really bad to be depressed and because it feels horrible, we do our best to get out of it because we want to run in the rat race of life again. But it's a great way to discover that I'm being put on pause right now because whoever I was and whatever I was before was not working for me. It destroyed me and it caused this end result. So I'm being put on hold and now I'm waking up. Can you enjoy discovering a completely, entirely different person, knowing very deeply that you are not left behind, that you're not being ignored by divinity, that all the entities are still around you, that you're completely loved? The only difference is that you're ready to hear the subtleties instead of the massive highs and the massive lows. I hope this is making sense.
Yeah, and she had added she left Christianity for a long time. I'm fine now. And then she says, but I can't feel anything.
Okay, when you say, okay, cool. Oh, I love that. You mean you can't feel happiness and joy and sadness and depression? Can you not feel emotions? Hmm? Waiting for you, Lydia, to answer, sweetheart. I know there's a lag.
Yeah, I don't know if you're kind of in that like numb, like blah space or she gets no depression now.
Okay, that's great. What aren't you feeling though? What aren't you feeling that you really want to feel? It's a great question.
But yes, I can feel those emotions.
She can't feel those emotions, right?
Oh, neutral right now.
Okay, neutrality is gorgeous. Okay, we don't know what neutral actually is and does. Oh my goodness. Sweetheart Lydia, neutral is where we all honestly need to be. When you feel overjoyed or over depressed, and don't worry about it, these emotions are going to come back. They're just going to come back in a very different way. Okay. They're not going to be something that you're striving towards anymore. Like, I feel pain, go away, go away. And joy, I have to run after joy. Neutral zone is a fabulous space to be in. And what if you can actually enjoy feeling neutral? Neutral means there is no attachment to what the 3D is doing. I'm getting crazy goosebumps because I feel like you're being taught a new way of being. So it's this new way of being where you can do anything, but the attachment to it of like, oh, this brings me happiness, so I have to overdose on this. This brings me sadness, so I have to do everything to repulse it out of my life. You're not going to be those two extremes in the neutral zone. And it's interesting because this is what Eckhart Tolle feels, and this is what Kate Byron has expressed. This neutral space means I'm not attached to the 3D world or the world around me to give me any emotional feedback, right? So, neutral zone, take it as divinity, source, great power, life force energy, universal energy, guides, whatever is helping you disattach. So once you become okay with neutral zone, like, hey, I'm cool with it, fine. I can't feel too happy and I can't feel too sad. Wonderful. How many things can I experience on this planet now? How many different humans can I talk to and interact with where my emotions aren't fluctuating up and down? The fear one scares me away, the happiness needs me to attach, and I can enjoy this neutral zone so I can actually start to find the things that I enjoy in life to do without the attachment of this brings me too happy or this makes me sad. It's like more of a fearless, oh, it's more of a fearless energy. And due to the world we've all lived in and we're waking up to something new, we had to have extremes, right? And this is how we decided this is a good friend or a bad friend according to how they made us feel. But if you're feeling neutral, right? This is just take it as the neutrality that you're in, my love. You get the opportunity to enjoy, right? With no attachments, life itself. If you just shift paradigm a little bit and be like, I get to enjoy everything without it attaching itself to a meaning within me for me to put it in a box and call it good or bad. I'm being taught that it's all just there, neither good or bad, and it's not adding anything to my being. So enjoy this time. It's not going to last that long. It just needs you to find peace with it and accept it and start to play with it and be like, okay, the other way really wrecked my nervous system. This one, okay, whatever, I don't know. But in this one, it is safe to do anything I want because I have no attachment to it. I hope this is making sense. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, I love this question. Well, and you had said it's not always going to be like this. So my question on top of that is, does it mean, does this mean this is the comfortable place we need to settle into to be in? Or is it going to be, is there going to be something that we're going to feel and experience a little different than we're used to? Because yeah, I feel like we're used to this pull, like it's like toxic energy this way, then it's toxic energy this way. So coming to neutrality feels like a really healthy place to be. But sometimes it feels kind of like blah, but it's like, are we supposed to get comfortable with the blah? Because it's not this up and down of like war. I think we're so used to this fight energy. It's like, it's so much, it's fighting with this person, fighting with this. It's like, it's so intense that we're used to that. So is it going to raise into something more beautiful, or is it just getting comfortable in the neutral space? And that's the gift.
It feels like like, it feels like we're all being called to find neutrality. Neutrality is the gift right now. And there is something that we haven't as humanity experienced yet, right? That we're trying to find, like, we just know joy and sadness, like the extremes. But in this neutrality, the disattachment, there's something else that's going to show up. As long as we can all settle into, it's like, can you settle into the space and not call it bad or good and not compare it to the past of who you were and who you are today and try to pull onto the past? You just relax into all of it and just wait and see. It's like, I'm hearing that. It's like, if humanity has such a hard time just waiting to see what happens, right? Your consciousness, your mental mind needs to know, well, if I relax in the neutral, will something exciting happen? Will I win $30 million? Like, will I find the partner? Will I just tell me? Because if that's gonna happen, then I'll settle into the neutral. Just let me know there's something good happening. So I'm hearing there's something good happening, but it's nothing of what you expect, and it's nothing from the past, and it's nothing from the history of how humanity has dealt with life. It's just everyone's nervous system needs to chill out. And the only way to do it is not to attach to emotions and to things to give the meaning of who you are. Is that making sense? This is
Mhm.
so cool.
This is cool. Okay, so yeah, said I'm in a similar spot. I used to get really happy and really upset. Now I'm just getting a new template. Yeah, sounds like we're kind of all vibing in a similar space. Okay, another question. Uh, let's see.
Lydia answered also. Did you read that one? I'm not sure.
Yes. Yeah, so she says she resonates with that. Now I learn to accept my imperfection, just take what life gives to me, not chasing and not forcing, just be.
Yeah, exactly. Just like be like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. How cool, how interesting. I'm neutral. Like you've arrived before a lot of us have. So great.
Yeah, these ladies are a step ahead of the game where other people are probably going to get to here in a bit. Okay, so this is one I had this conversation with this friend the other day. It was super interesting. So she's from a different country, actually from Canada. She moved to the US and she's been here for, for a while, married, divorced. Um, and she's just realizing like she's not liking it here. She's not happy here, but it's 8 years until her daughter will be 18 years old. And she just makes this comment of like, I'm just waiting to finish my prison sentence so then I can move and leave. And she's like, that's what she says a lot, like kind of feeling trapped here. And I know a lot of women feel trapped. They're in relationships they don't love, they get out of them, they're in this divorce thing and they have to stay close to where the kids are and all of that. So they don't get to leave and go where their heart is calling them, which is unfortunate. How do you make the best of that situation and to not feel like you have to call it that? Because that's really depressing to be like, well, I'm just finishing my 8 year prison sentence and trying to make the best of it. Like, how do you find joy and like really enjoy where you're at without feeling miserable?
Hmm. 8 year prison sentence. The thing is this is how she is feeling, right? So this is her truth right now, and her truth must be highly respected, right? Because it's her truth and her reality and her pocket of energy. What I'm seeing is in that truth of like, this is my 8 year prison cell, and I'm going to be free soon. This is what keeps her going, right? This is what keeps her looking forward for a future. She has a future projection of something wonderful. And this is what keeps her able to sustain these 8 years of pain, which is beautiful and wonderful. And this is something she should honor herself, be like, look at me. I found my mind found a way to, instead of end up in a mental institute or in a nervous breakdown, it found a way to give me a light at the end of the tunnel, to look forward to so that I can continue looking forward to something which is my freedom, which is fabulous, right? So phase one is accept all that and be like, my God, look at how powerful my ego mind is. It's trying to figure out all the ways to just make me feel better. I love you. Thank you so much. Yes, I accept that I call this. I accept that it's in a year. I'm going to finally leave and go back home or go somewhere else. I love it. Thank you very much. And how can I, so now you've loved this version of you. Okay, there's no condemning or it's wrong for you to say that. I love this version of me. And I also get the opportunity to see, well, in my 8 year prison, what can I enjoy in this 8 years, right? That will make it lighter for me, even easier for me. Do I like planting? Do I have a neighbor that I love speaking to? Does it give me time to speak to no one and self reflect? Can I read like 500 books in this 1 year I have left, right? How can I entertain myself in this prison cell? Okay, until I can actually leave. What can I add value to me? What can I discover about me in this time period of my prison cell? And if you think about it, it's so interesting that her mind chose that because a lot of people, not a lot, some people who go to prison actually come out and say, I found God. I'm someone else. I discovered manifestation. Like they come out with this profound insights, right? So it's a time of stillness. It's a time of being with self, and it's a time to self discover. So love that version of you. Thank it so much. And then it'll slowly show you, like, oh, you're cool. Okay, great. You know what? There's this amazing book to read. By the way, the person in the coffee shop you met 3 days ago, they'd be a great friend. And you'll start because you're no more resisting it and angry and I'm waiting. I hate that I shouldn't be calling it prison cell, but it is. I have to accept it. You're not here. You're like, oh, it is a prison cell. How wonderful. Okay, great. And there, thank you. Okay, what can I do and entertain myself in this prison cell? Use the words that your ego uses and just give it peace. Hope this makes sense.
It's beautiful. I love that.
Ah, hmm.
Okay. Um, okay, so let's see. Yes, for me, I learned to choose positive no matter what circumstances. I always choose positive definition. And then another one, I wanted to thank you for talking about dealing with negative emotions when going through very tough times and the issue of manifesting.
Okay. Um, you're welcome. But do you have a question about that? I think there's something. Okay, so first of all, Lydia, yeah, I love that you choose positive. You choose to see the positive within every circumstance, no matter what the situation is, which is really for you, right? It's for you to feel better. You're like, it just makes me feel better. And this is what we want to we want to find peace with. It's okay to make myself feel better, right? I'm not living in a delusion or an illusion. Either way, in reality, honestly, in reality, um, for something to manifest in your reality, you got to believe that it's true. And you also don't even have to care that it happens or not. Right. I know it's a very thin line. It's absolute insanity, but it's like, it's like the job thing. I believe I'm great. I believe I'm great at what I do, but it's a true knowing and belief. It isn't just the parroting. Well, I'm great so that you can see how others react to it. And so you can believe it. You know it. It's a knowing inside. I'm great at what I do. And if people reject you from these job opportunities, you're just like, it's just because that's not where I'm meant to be. That's not where my energy's supposed to be. And there's a complete trust, right? So it is, and doing all that, who does it make it? Who feels better when this happens? You. Your judgmental self starts to feel better. You're like, okay, like I don't have to judge myself, change myself, heal myself, fix myself. To feel better. I can do it for me right now. I can make me feel better right now and be like, well, maybe that job had a really horrible person, or maybe I would have fallen in love with a narcissist in that job. Thank you, source. You know, because you believe that you're great and you deserve even better than anything else. But this is the positive you're talking to yourself. You don't have to go and announce it to the world. Like, you don't have to bounce other people up. You don't have to go around because that's what I used to do. Like, positives and the negatives. Like it's so like right. But then I was doing it for everyone but myself. Do it for you. I mean, what's the point of being miserable every minute of the day because of thoughts? Like, we're gonna die soon. So sorry for it's not depressing. It's just we're really leaving soon. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. So Stephanie said, I stopped worrying about manifesting and it allowed me to process and feel the emotions I needed without feeling shame or guilt. And she says, I came across one of your videos right when I needed it. I'm so glad you found us and found these videos.
Yeah. That's the wonderful thing about manifesting. There's a lot of talk about it, and manifesting is true. We manifest every second of every day. And to be so consciously aware 24/7, it's a very depressing place to be in. I love Neville Goddard and all like his books and his thoughts, and I think he's lovely. However, when somebody knows something, there's a knowing, it is hard to give it to people through human words, right? So I feel like he tried his best to be like, just daydream of the thing you want, don't attach yourself at all to it, and just like think about it every once in a while, go to bed and dream about it, like have fun dreaming, basically what he was trying to say. And don't wait for it. Don't be like, is it here? Is it here? It's like the kids in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And you're like, no, we're not. So with manifesting, there's like this thin line of like, okay, I desire to live this, I'm going to kind of live it in my mind for a few moments. And and just me living it in my mind for a few moments is making me now feel good. So it feels like the most important thing is, how can me now feel good, right? Is it if I daydream, right? Is it if I'm like, oh, I do have $30 million. What would I do? It's so cool, so fun, but not like, okay, must meditate, bring out my journal, pen, paper. Okay, the dude said 30 seconds of meditation. Think of breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, I am a millionaire. Think of it. Okay, that's just hell. Are you happy doing it? I remember me, and this was just 2 years ago. I'm miserable doing it. Anxiety. Did I do it right? Did I not do it right? Oh my God. Like, did I manifest? Oh shit, it hasn't come yet. Like, there's junk, And I think the point is like, can you enjoy daydreaming, which a lot of us were slapped silly out of as young kids, right? Daydreaming, clean the dishes, daydreaming, do your homework. So daydreaming became like this taboo, this very bad thing to do. I remember I was the biggest daydreamer in the world. My mom hated it all the time, like, rain, rain. She'd call for hours, the poor thing, and I couldn't hear her because I was somewhere else, which I called Planet X. So then I had to be like all responsible and stop daydreaming, which took away, it takes away from your inner joy, right? Because people want to be seen by you. They want to be heard by you. So if you're daydreaming, you're not available to them, right? That's the thing. That's the game that's being played. So you're going to daydream for you. Whether it manifests or not, that's so irrelevant, because you in this moment desire to feel better, right? When I think of this thing, when I think of waterfalls, I feel better. So I'm just going to think that I'm under a waterfall right now. When I think of swimming by the beach, this aqua colored with white sand, it feels really good. Just dreaming of it feels really good. Done. I feel better. Continue with my day. Not a big deal. So I don't know. I went on a rampage there, but I had a lot to say about it.
Oh, I love it. Okay. And Kenley says, have you heard of maladaptive daydreaming? Thoughts? I'm just now learning that my daydreams are real in some way.
Oh, yes. Oh, I haven't heard that term, to be quite honest. I have not. I haven't heard of maladaptive daydreaming, or thoughts. However, the fact that you said daydreams are real, yes, daydreams are 100% real. Thoughts are 100% real. What is reality? Okay, when we think of reality, what is reality? Reality is something I am feeling right now, a truth that I'm experiencing. When I speak to someone, and they speak to me in a certain way, and to me, that triggers a memory of my mother's eye movement that means something bad is about to happen. I will interpret that person in that, and I will feel a bit afraid. Is the thought that just told me this eye movement similar to my mother's? Is that thought not a real thought enough for me to feel scared right now that this person's going to maybe talk to me the way my mother did? Then I have to become defensive. It's a whole story, right? That emotion you feel is reality, right? So these are pockets of energies, and they all exist. You know how they say we have so many different realms of realities and we're living parallel lives all the time? These are parallel lives that you're jumping into. So the scary thought you're jumping into is a parallel life. Why are you feeling it here? You're feeling it here now because you've jumped there. You're living in that reality. Okay. And you're experiencing it physically as truth in your paradigm, even though you're in the supermarket. You're in the supermarket, you're buying the thing, buying your coffee. You're like, hey, thank you for the coffee. I'm in this reality. My mind is in the reality with my toxic partner at home, shooting myself. Why didn't I answer back the way? That's the reality I'm in. I'm still in that parallel reality, talking different, saying I should have said that and experiencing it and feeling the anxiety now as I'm buying the coffee. That's how you know. So we're so consciously aware when it is a bad daydream, right? That we are in another reality, or we're not even conscious, but we're in a but why don't we dream? Why don't we dream of happy things sometimes? Like, why can't you be in the supermarket thinking, oh, beach and fish and oh, how fun. And, why is it, oh, this person told me this and I should have done this. And oh my God, where's the money going to come from? I haven't figured out my passion yet. Like, why is it always so? It's still a pocket of reality and we're daydreaming. It's still called daydreaming, right? It's still called daydreaming. It's just one daydream makes you feel really yuck and one daydream makes you feel hopeful, right? Because sometimes you're like, oh, the beach and wonderful. Oh, I can't afford going there. When will I ever go to the beach? It's like, no, no, don't even go there. Well, like, why all of a sudden turn it serious? You know? We're very good at that, but that's a taught behavior. That is part of the program, right? Because think about it when you were a kid and you were happy about anything, like, and she was busy, right? That excitement deflated, had to deflate. So you had to be like, oh, next time I have to make sure she's not busy. Now there are warning signs, right? So you have to go to the warning signs before actually enjoying the thing. So maybe we can just practice every day, just for fun. You're a supermarket, you're filling up gas. I don't care what you're doing. You're cooking a meal and you're like, well, I want to feel better. What can I daydream about? And pick a million how all these authors that wrote these stories, where did all these stories come from, and fables, somebody's reality and imagination that actually does exist. Uh, Thank you for your questions.
Okay, so we got another one. Besides lack of filling, it seems like I don't know what I want. Like nowadays, you manifest what you want, but it seems like I don't know what I want, which is which is fair. Hope this makes sense.
20 million percent makes sense. Beyond makes sense. You have no idea. Okay. I'm going to share with you something. Okay. I don't know what I want. I've always known what I want. Okay. This is like really deep personal stuff. I've always known what I want. I lived in 15 countries. I always knew which country I wanted to live in. I always knew which kind of people I wanted. I always knew what career path I wanted. I always knew what I wanted to study. Always. So there was one country that I hadn't visited there's so many I haven't, but there's one specific that was nagging me for like 17 years. Portugal. I went all around. I went to Spain. I went all around Portugal, but I didn't go to Portugal. So I kept Portugal there up on the shelf, like this dream that I always go. And I'll go anywhere in Europe, but not Portugal. I finally went to Portugal this Christmas. That was the last of the dreams that were left from my old self. The last of them was to go to Portugal, thinking that's where I'm going to live. Went to Portugal, loved Portugal. It superseded my imagination, everything I've researched. It went way past it. It was incredibly amazing. However, I knew this is not where I have to live, which was really sad after waiting 17 years. But anyway, I've come back from there and I don't know anything. There is no dream to manifest. There is nothing like that is interesting to look forward to. I'm in search of what it is. I started singing classes because I'm like, hey, let me sing. Like nothingness really, but it brings me so much joy. So there's this thing that we're going through, and and if you're into astrology, so Pluto moved into Aquarius. That's a whole world. Neptune on the 30th is moving into Aries for the very first time in 165 years or something like that. Saturn is moving into Aries in the last 2 years from Pisces. There's a whole thing happening. So I have been hearing a lot and feeling, and that's where the surrender comes in. You don't need to know what you want to manifest anymore. You don't need to know any of that anymore because whatever it is that you want to manifest in your future is going to be attached to your old identity. Okay. And it's not going to delight you anymore because it's attached to an old version of you. It is attached to your past. that you're breaking free of the past, because almost most of us, or anyone who's watching here, watching our channel, is awakening, is choosing differently, is seeing the program for what it is. So you can't manifest the same thing. So you might be in a very neutral zone all the time now until something new comes in, right? So just take it as like this time period to be free of like, I got to figure it out what I want. All the mental mind, we're like dropping the mental mind, we're giving it to AI now, and we're dropping into heart and soul and truth differently. So don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm in the same boat as you. We'll see if Mella's in the same boat. I don't know. We'll ask her now, but let go, surrender. It does not matter. Just see what life brings you, you know? Maybe you'll end up loving putting gas in a car. I don't know. Like, who knows? It does, it's not going to be the same as before. So just enjoy it. I don't know. Mel, have you been experiencing that?
Yeah, yeah, it does feel like this. Just yeah, don't quite know, kind of just like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. I hope I get that spark, because I remember what it was like having this motivation and having like, because I have time on my hands. Even I'm like, I have time to do so much stuff and to create so much. I want to create, but somehow I just don't have the motivation to actually do it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm bored right now and I want to do something and I want to put my time somewhere. I'm just like, I have no motivation to do anything. Oh, I guess I'm watching TV today. I feel like a lump on the log. It's weird. It's a weird, funky energy, but yeah. Said, is it possible? Let's see. Is it possible that is connected with me lack of feeling?
Oh no, no. They're actually all one and the same, right? There's nothing that excites you. There is nothing that gets you too sad. You're like in this neutral zone. Yeah, they're all linked in it. They're all the same thing. There's just like this. Can we just be here without having to rush for that passion, work hard to get this thing? Can you just be here and do whatever shows up? You know, today laziness shows up, lazy day. There we go. You know, 2 days ago, me and my dog, I was like, I love doing puzzles every once in a while. Leanna, Kyla, let's go buy puzzles. We went, we bought a puzzle, we sat, we did it. That's what I did all day, and usually there's a guilty like shaming me in the background going like, really useless, useless. Nothing showed up. The one that whispers useless was like what to do. So it's okay. It's all one and the same. Can we all be in neutral zone for a bit and just let our bodies finally breathe, relax, and have nothing to worry about? So let's not worry about worrying. Let's not worry about now we're in neutral. There is no state of emergency. What am I to do now? Like, this is just a pattern. It's like, think of it as an illusion, not an illusion, like a mirage, like this echo. It's an echo, right? You're supposed to worry because you're doing nothing. You're supposed to worry. And you're like, I can't worry. I don't know why I'm not worrying. Should I worry? Like that kind of game.
Okay, we've got another great question. How do I deal with the sense of a deadline and I'm running out of time related to fulfilling my manifestation's purpose? Oh, I so feel this one, girl. Rain.
He's a guy, but
Oh, oh, sorry, dude. Kenley.
yes.
Okay, great question, Kenley.
Yes. So, oh my God, I'm going to tell you that most of the humans feel this way. I felt that way. Mel feels this way. You feel this way. Anyone else who feels this way, just say I feel this way too. Like as if you are running out of time and you're like, I have to figure it out. I'm going to be useless on this planet. Like, I'm here for a purpose. There must be a purpose for me to exist here. And to be quite honest, this was my drive most of my life. And honestly, it caused a lot of head pains, neck pains, shoulder pains, because I was like running forward when I'm like ahead of what my timeline is. I'm always like this, like ahead of my timeline. Like, where is it? Is it here? Is it this? I'm supposed to do something. I'm gonna die soon. Hey, hello. Right? I'm dying. I'm 30 now. I'm 40 now. I'm 50 now. Like, where is it? That's just it's an egoic mind because the ego doesn't know what the hell it's doing here, right? It's the only thing that is not connected to the awareness of divinity and source, right? Because it's part of the earth. It's when we die, it goes back and comes back and all this fun stuff. wants to play and do things. It wants to have a reason for existing. And when you let go of that, okay, when you give yourself a break and you zoom out, the best way to do this is zoom out. You zoom out so much that you can see the planet as a tiny, or go to a planetarium, you know, just see how small the planet is from a very zoomed out, right? It's a tiny circle. And in this tiny circle, you are like invisible basically, but a speck of like sparkle of a dust in there, sitting in your home, worrying that you have a purpose here when the whole universe, like if you zoom out really a lot and you just like, oh, stars, universes, planets, I'm a speck on this planet, that if you zoom out, you can't even see me. You can't see my home, you can't even see my country, like you can't see anything. And I'm sitting here worrying that I have a purpose. What if it's just to be here? What if it's just to be here and I leave in like 80, 90 years, maybe 100? I leave. There's nothing to it and it passes this quick. And when you zoom out that much, you actually relax and time starts to mean nothing. The time is passing. I have a purpose. I have a thing to do. That's all very fear based. Fear always speaks in a state of emergency, right? Fear makes you feel less of yourself. Fear makes you feel that you don't deserve to exist. Fear makes you always feel that you're running out of time, right? But what are you running out of time for? I truly believe, because I had this, I swear, I just stopped. This was like 3 weeks ago where everything calmed down, right? Where I was like, it's like, okay, okay. How about I start to enjoy this planet? Pay closer attention to where I am. I'm just on transit here. I'm transiting here. I'm going back home. You know, what's in this airport that I'm in? You know, oh, there's a store here. There are nice people here to speak to. Oh my God, there's like a this. Oh, they have fast food. They have my favorite meal. They have a casino. They have, what do they have here that I can entertain myself and start to have fun with? And maybe while I'm doing that, I'm like, you know what? I'd like to take this even more seriously. I'm going to be a sandwich maker. You know, it is fun feeding people, right? Like that's what I'll do for now on this journey and then switch around and try something else. What if that is it? It might make you cry because it made me cry when I thought, what if this is it? I was like, but it's okay. Cry it out, everything, and just then settle into it and be like, okay, now let me have fun. What can I do to enjoy it here?
Mm, love that. See, and Lita said, that's the feeling I feel when I watch spiritual opinions. It's like I don't know where to put myself because they always say you're running out of time, but I don't care anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. They do say you're running out of time. You know, you're going to come back and reincarnate again if you don't get it right. And it's always this very fear-based, don't have fun, take it seriously. You're on a mission. Like it's like, what the hell? Who the hell came up with the script? It's not a script I like. Can you change the script? You know, I'm here on vacation. You know, I'm here on vacation and to see life, like, how can I look at life through the eyes of a human living on this tiny planet in the middle of this universe, it's spinning around in all ways, and other planets are spinning around it, not crashing into it. And we're not flying off like flies off of this planet. Like, it's funky stuff, right? Let's be mesmerized by it again and just be like, wow, this is cool. You
Okay.
put a
So,
you put a seed in a soil and it becomes a thing. Like it you don't even know what plant. Maybe you'll read the plant. It's just magic. Maybe that's why we're here, just to be like, so cool. Look at that rain. This thing. We're getting from nothing.
that's awesome. Okay. Going on with this, this is something that I want to know. Okay. So, okay. So, where we're at right now is like things just are seeming crazy. Like in the world, seem things crazy. If you're living in the US, politics are crazy right now. The world's crazy. There's a lot of fear creeping in with a lot of people right now. Um, and things are prices are going up. there's talks of wars, there's like literally, it's like feels like things are just crashing in. And it's like either my option is I'm going to curl up in a little ball into my bed and hide and just be like, oh my gosh, like it's just getting worse. This is hell. And be depressed every day and have the weight. Like I look in people's eyes and it just, they feel like heavier. People just look like they keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And it's like, then we talk about this where it's like everything's magic and the seed and how fun and we're here to play and have joy. How does one, when it feels like the world is caving in on you, when things are expensive and you're like, my budget's smaller, I want money to go on vacation, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to even vacation anymore, like the struggle is real. How do we not get sucked into the vortex? How do we be like my thing? I always say, I want to be in the eye in the storm, which is the calmest. It's just calm and quiet. And then the chaos is going around. Knowing the chaos in the world is happening and it feels like it's getting worse. How do we not tell ourselves that story? How do we find joy and peace and realize a piece of like, this is how it was always supposed to happen? This is actually beautiful. How do we actually enjoy it and thrive and come home to self and enjoy it?
Well, one of the most important things is to actually accept that this is how it feels. Like, it's so important to be like, yeah, groceries are going up. Life is getting expensive. There's that trip I want to go to that I can't even afford to go to anymore. Like, this sucks. And it's okay to go around and say, this totally sucks. This totally sucks. They're ruining my dreams and my manifestations. I hate the world and how it's like. And it's okay to be that person. It is so okay to feel all that and give voice to it. But to live there is very hard, right? Because life then is happening. So express truth. It is truth. Truth is things are getting more expensive. Truth, right? The governments have gone wackadoodle. Truth, right? They look tired and sleepy half the time and miserable. Truth. I see all truth. That is fine, you know? But right this moment, okay, what will make me feel a little bit better? Okay. What will take care of me a little bit more? It's all crazy. We're in a crazy people world, right? All the people have gone nuts right now. All the governments are just what, right? It's good. It's all fine. Can I do anything about it? Is there anything I can do about it? If there's something you can do about it, go ahead and do it. If there's nothing you can do about it, personally, me, I can do nothing about it, right? I cannot go hold one of the president's hands and be like, dude, breathe in, breathe out, peace and love. Okay. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So I can't do anything about all the crazy people and what they're doing and what they're deciding or not deciding to do. But I can take care of this being right here, me, right? Do I want to be miserable? Okay. And anxious and all this? And maybe I do. Maybe because this is what I'm used to. Maybe this feels comfortable. This feels safe. This feels familiar. This feels like home, right? And if it does, just be consciously aware that I'm enjoying this misery because it feels familiar, it feels like home, and home was always complaining. And be okay with it. Be like, I want to be miserable. You choose it. You're not run by the program to believe it. And I swear to you, whenever you decide, you know what? I'm depressed and I'm choosing to stay this way. I'm fine. I would like to be depressed. Depression isn't there to hurt you anymore. Everything is miserable in the world. Prices of things are going up. Oh, well, prices of things are going up and it's really bugging me. I'm so bugged about it. I hate it. It pisses me so off. I accept that I'm so pissed off and I'm mad about it. I choose to stay this mad about it. And that's my personal freedom. I want to be this mad. I have the right to be the bird. That's what's going to happen, right? Because you're accepting it, you're going to be like, oh, a bird is flying. There's no resistance, right? So yes, you're mad. Of course, the world does look like it's gone psychopathic, and that's okay. But between you and you don't have to join the party, but you have the right to accept that you're feeling this way and you want to. You can choose it. Sometimes I choose it. I choose to be angry. I'm like feeling angry, and then the shame voice comes in and be like, you shouldn't be angry. You're a spiritual being. You teach spirituality. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm angry. I'm going to be really angry. And I get really, really angry, and I'm allowed to get angry. And then anger finds its way. It's like, oh, this is boring, and it just walks out the door. So It's just basically being okay with who you are at this moment. You want to feel angry? God damn it, be angry. Why not?
Yeah.
Don't
And
go
then
bomb a country.
when
Mm.
you work through that phase of just like, okay, I worked through like I honored that space, I validated it, I let myself be in it, and then you come out of it, then but it's like, okay, but I don't want to stay in that space. So then what do you do to shift past that? Is it's like, gosh, what do I want to create that would really bring me joy? Who do I want to hang out with? What do I want to create and get together? It's just thinking of where you want to put your energy and time that would bring you joy.
See, when we think of things consciously, it becomes an egoic concept instead of surrendering to spirituality, to source guiding the way. So when our mind comes in, because now you're like, okay, I accepted my anger, I accepted my hate of all humanity, I hate all humans, and I'm cool with that, right? And then you're like, so now what? So it's as if I'm not really accepting it. I'm just doing the right thing, the ego thing. I've accepted it. What? You know, kind of thing. So shh, we've told it that we've accepted it. Now what are we gonna do?
Oh my God. I love it. That's so good.
Right? Right. So it's like it's not real, right? So we don't want to do that. We just want to be like, fine, I accept it. Okay. Hey, anger, what do you want to do? You know, they say this, like I remember you said there's this place where they crash, you smash things. Do you really want to do that? No, no, I feel like just yelling at someone and ripping them a new one. Okay. How can we get that done without you really hurting someone? You can negotiate with that emotion. You can have like, so what can we do in a safe environment and be polite still, but like express ourselves instead of like secretly like, has it slept yet? Like when you put kids to sleep, can you leave the room?
Okay, I love it. All right. Let's see. So we had let go of things you can't control. Just be aware you are you now moment where you have control. Sure. And then let's see, I like to see all the bad stuff as part of the collective awakening. We are getting to see dark and light to choose what we want.
Exactly. Exactly. We get to choose now. We're not being gaslighted into stuff unless we're gaslighting ourselves, which we're really good at. But yeah, I think we've got like 5 more minutes, Mel. We have to hop
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
This was fun.
yeah, like if there's one last question and if there's nothing, um, let us know how this experience was like for you. It's our first experience with this. And honestly, Mel was very persistent. She goes, let's just do a YouTube live. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. And then it was all the technology. Like once I get the technology down, then I'm fine. But it was trying to figure out how to do all this. Once I know how to do that, then I don't mind anything. But it was figuring this out. That was
Yeah, that's why I was
crazy.
like,
But
let's just push through and do it to get rid of the fear. And like, if it's like the beginning, we're like, I don't know, are we on? Is it connected? I don't know, whatever. We're figuring out. But thank you so much for being here and for your questions. Like, that made it really fun. And it's awesome because I'm like, oh, what a great question. Like, I wanted to know that too, but I didn't think of it. So it's just really fun when more people come on and you're brave and you ask your questions and we can talk about it. It was fun.
yes. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have any announcements, Mel, or anything we need to share and let them know about?
um, let's see. Well, I have one more question I want to ask. Um, so okay. I'm just wondering, like, I feel like, we've been in this kind of like 3D world and everything and we've been relying on governments and other people to take care of us. And like, oh, they're providing the resources we need. And we've been dependent on this. I'm just wondering if part of the awakening that we're going through for kind of everyone right now and the shift is the point is to go back to the good old days where it's like we actually I wonder if everything's going to come crashing down into this like system where it's going to come back where rather than us working for all these corporations or places that we're not even happy with and it's just a grind, it's like I work and then I get to have my life a few hours in the evening or on the weekend where all that's going to collapse, where we actually are going to be like, you know what, I can't make money, I can't get a job out there. Like my friend says she's interviewed for a year and she can't get a job and she's very qualified. Is it to bring us back to our, like, maybe a passion, what we did as a kid, what we truly love, that doesn't feel like we're just living life for the weekends, where we get to create from like, this is what I love and I love to do. And I don't care if I made money doing it or not. I just would want to do this. Like, is that kind of the big shift and awakening? What's happening here?
Well, it's so interesting because the minute you said the good old days, all I heard is, oh no, no, those were not good old days, right? Like these were hard days. Like people really suffered. You guys have like magical portal doors that open and you get an array of food without having to kill for it or starve to death, right? So these are not good old days. No, it's something completely different that you're stepping into, something that you don't know. That, maybe some people have a certain awareness to it, but it's a different reality in a way. It's like it's not the corporate world, it's not the corporate industry, it isn't growing your own vegetables and thing, it isn't all the stuff that we're trying to figure out. Like, so everyone in every moment always refers to the past as it was better than now, right? And yet humans are not aware that the past was not as good as it is now, right? So they had a lot more diseases and deaths, and women basically, were nothing. Like it wasn't better, right? It keeps getting better and better and better and better. That's what it keeps getting. So there is something better and better and better and better coming. Already it is so much better than it ever used to be. Okay. It already is so much better than it used to be. So the waiting for it to get better is useless. However, I know that the mental mind wants to know, what are we going to look forward to? And it's like, can we stop looking forward to anything anymore? And just come to realize that where we are at this moment, even though there are wars in other countries and there are crazy, presidents, it's still a lot better than it ever was before. It's still a lot better than it ever was before. So there's nothing, but because humanity is used to always being in a flight, fight, or freeze state, this is what we know best, right? We always want to be like reminisce in the past or project into a future. We don't know how to be now present. We're really unable to observe the beauty of what our lives actually look like today, and the technological advancements and the wonder of where life is taking us. So yeah, I hope that answers. There was really no concrete conclusion, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just being present, enjoying the here and now, make the best of everything, make the best of the moment, this blip in time where we're here. Don't worry about a purpose. I have to prove something. I have to do something. It's just like, how do I bring myself as much joy and pleasure and fulfillment as possible by honoring each emotion that comes up, each feeling, and just trying to not take life so seriously and just enjoy life and connect with who we want to connect with. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do at least.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Um, I like lives because I can interact with creators. Yes. Thank you for your insight. I'm grateful for your energy. Oh, thank you. And then regular time schedule helps attendance. YouTube is international with different time zones. So, um,
Okay.
yeah. So thank you all for getting on. We're going to wrap up here. So we have lots of fun stuff. So if you like connecting with us, we always are doing YouTube videos that we put out once a week where we do one together. Daily, Rain does one where something comes to her, someone asks her a question, she just channels for that. If there's questions you have, great questions, she can channel and do videos with those if she's feeling that energy, which is really cool. We just started membership. So if you want to connect more with us, we're offering where you get even more time with us and connection. So you can check those memberships out. We've got different options there. We have a private group if you want to connect with us there on Facebook right now, while we're building a platform of empaths that can come together and connect with each other in a safe space, getting off social media, getting off all the platforms. So it's just clean energy of just kind, respectful people. So just email us, expandwithmelrain@gmail.com if you want to connect with us in any way. We have lots of different options right now. We're having lots of fun and creating, and we love connecting with you. So thank you for being here. This was fun. Thanks for being our guinea pigs our first time doing this too while we're testing technology. So I'm glad the questions came through and we could like do this thing.
Yeah. So just let us also know if this is interesting for you and you would like us to do this. We're basically offering these lives for our level 2 or level 3, I don't even know, our membership, but we're gonna do them a few times and then it's going to be probably lives dedicated to one of the membership levels, which we don't remember. Yeah. And this way, yeah. Anyway, okay. Love you all. So
Yeah, have a
thank
great
you.
day. We'll see ya.
And to figure out how to